This is Neural Newscast for Sunday, August 16th, 2026.
Here are the stories driving the day.
Earlier today, President Trump announced a significant reduction in joint military exercises with South Korea, stating the move reflects his positive relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong Un.
The president also noted that South Korea recently declined to join United States efforts regarding Iran's denuclearization, describing the ongoing exercises as both costly and inappropriately hostile.
This announcement comes just ahead of Monday's scheduled Ulchi Freedom Shield exercises. Military officials had expected 18,000 South Korean troops to participate in the 11-day operation.
Notably, North Korea recently conducted banned ballistic missile tests. While the president acknowledged it is too late to cancel the upcoming drills entirely, he is insisting on future reductions.
United States military spokespeople recently emphasized that training must account for the threat of North Korean troops aiding Russia. This policy shift could fundamentally alter the security balance on the Korean peninsula.
The South Korean government has not yet provided a formal response to the statement. We are monitoring how this development affects long-standing defense treaties in the region.
The president is signaling a move toward personal diplomacy over traditional military deterrence. It remains to be seen if this leads to a new round of high-level talks with Pyongyang.
That shift will be critical as regional allies reassess their own security postures. We will follow the diplomatic fallout throughout the week.
In other news, the top United States military commander in the Middle East is addressing growing mental health concerns aboard the USS Lincoln. Admiral Brad Cooper visited the vessel Saturday following reports of harsh conditions.
The ship has spent a record-breaking 240 consecutive days at sea. Reports indicate the crew is dealing with poor sanitation, broken plumbing, and limited access to fresh food.
13 Democrats on the Senate Armed Services Committee sent a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth demanding answers. They criticized the length of the deployment as a modern-day record that endangers sailor welfare.
The United States S. George Washington is currently en route to relieve the Lincoln and is expected to arrive in about a week. Until then, the focus remains on crew resilience and mental health support.
Turning now to severe weather in the Midwest, where authorities in Indiana report that 5 people have died due to historic flooding. More than 11 inches of rain fell in some areas over 2 days.
First responders used boats to rescue 95 people and dozens of pets in Indianapolis on Saturday. Mayor Joe Hogsett said the city is experiencing its most severe flooding in over 30 years.
The White River crested at more than 24 feet in Anderson and Noblesville, breaking records set in 1913. President Trump has approved an emergency declaration to provide federal disaster assistance.
The National Guard, NOAA, is currently assisting with ongoing rescue efforts and welfare checks. While some water is receding, flash flood warnings remain in place for parts of central Indiana.
Meanwhile, a new analysis from Politico shows that $600 billion in Biden-era clean energy funding is still available. This is despite the administration successfully cutting $540 billion in tax breaks.
The remaining funds are primarily in the form of grants and direct contracts for infrastructure. These pieces of the previous administration's agenda have proven difficult for the current White House to dismantle.
Some agencies, including the Department of Energy, have quietly reinstated funding after high-level reviews. The fate of these leftover billions will likely be a major point of contention in upcoming budget negotiations.
Republican senators are pushing a stopgap bill that would block the president from putting political appointees in charge of these grants, aiming to limit the administration's ability to repurpose the funds.
Still, the administration maintains that it is rooting out waste and strengthening accountability. We'll see how these funds are targeted as the fall legislative session begins.
Next, a 19-year-old has been arrested following a shooting at Virginia State University on Saturday morning. Cameron Harris was found by police hiding in a campus closet 3 hours after the incident.
5 people were injured outside a residence hall, with one 21-year-old man remaining in critical condition. Police noted that Harris is not a student at the university.
Only one of the 5 victims, Noah, is a student at the university. The incident occurred just as the campus was opening dormitories for the new term.
The university was set to begin classes on Monday for its 5,000 students. Local authorities initially believed multiple shooters were involved, though Harris is the only suspect currently in custody.
Finally, new reporting suggests that many European nations are increasingly aligning with United States immigration policies. While views on the American administration vary, the policy direction is gaining traction overseas.
Analysts say, Isabel, that this reflects a broader shift towards stricter border controls across the European Union as governments face migration pressures similar to those in the United States.
This alignment could lead to greater cooperation on international border security frameworks. We will continue to follow these global demographic and political shifts.
Here is what else we're watching. First, water levels at Lake Powell have hit a record low, threatening the water and electricity supply for millions across the American West.
Next, the Senate is expected to vote soon on a stopgap spending bill. The outcome will determine control over billions in infrastructure grants and could prevent a potential government shutdown this fall.
Finally, we are monitoring updates from Zimbabwe following a ferry disaster. Recovery teams have retrieved 12 more bodies, bringing the total death toll to 84 people.
Each of these stories represents a major shift in policy or environmental stability. We will keep you updated as these events develop.
From Neural Newscast, I'm Noah Feldman.
And I'm Isabel Moreno.
Thank you for joining us for this Sunday briefing.
Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.